What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another edition of the Comic Book Invest Hot 10 show. I am Brian McClay from the Tales from the Flipside crew. We got the family with us again this week. Ben Stein, the one and only writer of the Hot 10 list every Friday at comicbookinvest.com. You can find that list, which he writes that week. He is traveling, scoring all the good comics out of all your favorite honey holes.
Honey holes?
Yep, honey holes. Honey holes. You've never heard honey holes?
No.
Are you serious?
But I'm going to use it.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have just given Laura one of the greatest comic book terms of all time. Bird City Crew is with us, and the Mighty Mel V. What up, brother?
What's going on?
Everybody's
in the right state of mind this week, not like last week.
Yeah. I didn't have too many. I'm working on it.
You're working on it. Yeah, getting started. But yes, craziness out there this week. We got a fun list. How many of you guys watched Mandalorian already?
Yes.
I haven't. I want to.
Oh, it was good. It was really good.
Don't tell me anything.
Yeah, well, if you guys don't know, check out Tales from the Dark Side on the Flipside channel. They are going to have episode reviews of The Mandalorian.
Cool.
Yes, so keep an eye over there on the Tales from the Dark Side podcast. And yeah, so
I mean, it's already. I don't know if a certain character has appeared in the comics, but it was good to see him, and they used that storyline from what I'm reading. That's all.
Now I gotta watch it.
Yep. Shout out to Marco and crew over there. They've been talking about that Cobb Vanth character for a long time. I think a lot of people have, but they stuck pretty heavy on that shit. There's the first one of the night, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna get into it. You guys all know where to go after this show. Mighty Mel V. It's Drunken Chat. Son, what's going on over there tonight, Mel?
We just taking it easy. Because every time I say we're gonna do something, we get too drunk and don't do it. So just come on, be surprised. We are only 21 subscribers away from me giving out the Drunken Box. And if I win a certain book in a certain contest I'm in, Phantom Star Killer NYCC will be added to the maybe.
Maybe.
But we'll see.
And then, of course, you guys, you already know Bird City Comics, Facebook.com/Bird City Comics for all the badass live auctions. You guys doing some work tonight, huh?
Yeah, we had a show right before we hopped on with you guys, and got derailed pretty fast.
I know it did.
Well, I also want to remind everybody to go over to birdcitycomics.com and score yourself a kick-ass Batman Catwoman #1 Black Series, Scott Williams, Jim Lee cover. You can also get the set, which has the trade dress and the Virgin with Alex Sinclair color on it.
Yeah.
Pretty badass, man. How's
We're
that been
very
going
happy
over there?
with it.
Yeah, we killed this. We kind of had we won't say who, but we actually had some pretty big retailers reach out and want them. And
that's a good sign.
And I was like, oh, hell no. So it was a good compliment that they were like reaching out. And so.
And
good for you guys.
You also got this Vampirella and Ice Cream Man variants over there as well.
Yo, I see that. I'm like, yo, hold on. I've seen this before. I said, yeah. This is just my people's joint. Joint right there.
Yep. Yeah, that's a Megan Hutchinson cover, the Ice Cream Man, and then John Rawl. From what I've read on him, I guess he's I don't know if I got this backwards, but a protege, or maybe took some notes from Mr. Campbell. So they got some similarities in their drawing. So
No shit.
yeah, because when I saw it, I was like, is that a Campbell cover? from the face and stuff like that. So then the guy's like, "Oh yeah, I think they've done some stuff." So he kind of
that ice cream man, that's it go to sale already.
Yeah, those are live now.
Yeah,
we're pretty close to sold out.
I got it.
Hold me one. Oh, I'm gonna buy two. That is also going in the Drunken Box.
And listen, you guys, if you guys are going to go pick up any book out of those three, my opinion is to pick up this cover, this badass inked version of the Scott Williams cover with Jim Lee inks. Really cool, really great story behind it. If you haven't heard it, check it out on the Scott Williams interview. All right, you guys ready to get into this shit? Let's do this.
Let's do it.
Honorable mention number 1. The Horrors of Mystery.
That ain't Laura.
Horrors number 13. Yeah, Horrors number 13. This is Halloween-esque, I guess we would say, huh?
Yeah, it's a very dark cover, but like if you read like that little scroll, like it has nothing to do with what's going on with the artwork. I was very confused by this.
Somebody's shopping list.
It's kind of strange.
It's ingredients for a cake.
Well, it's got a lot on there, and that I'm gonna have to read now.
Yeah. You know what's great about these old books, though, with the black backgrounds? I know they're hard to preserve, but if you get one in any decent quality, the way reds were printed and the blacks, they just pop. I dig the colors. You're not going to find them not beat up when they're solid dark colors like this.
Yeah,
I agree with Brandon. Every time someone says horrors, they always sound like you're saying horrors.
Yeah, I hear that sometimes too. I'm right there with you, brother. I'm right there with you. I hear that sometimes too. All right. What like a 7.0 sold for $1,700?
Yeah,
that feels like kind of like a steal almost, right?
I don't know. I mean, it's high. I mean, there's not that many of these, but I mean, I think LB Cole stuff has been, like where some of the other guys, kind of popped, a couple years ago. I think LB Cole is just his stuff looks so different and looks so unique with his colors and stuff like that I think people just keep going for anything that they can get of his.
Yeah, I can totally see people looking at this and seeing like the green and the purple tie-in and going, "Oh, this doesn't look great back in whenever this was printed." But this is out there. I dig this.
Yeah, I like it.
It is definitely not a Laura cover.
No.
Unless she's like up in the castle somewhere.
She's in the. She's Rapunzel. She's at the top.
I'll take that. A little disappointed here, Ben, but that's all right.
So what do we got here?
Of course, it is the terror castle,
right?
Well, listen, this next honorable mention is a book I like a lot. I wish I owned one. This is the Spider-Gwen David Aja number 5 SDCC variant. I like this book a lot. Yeah,
I didn't even know this book existed.
I seen this on was Amazon for $190. I was like, what do they go for now?
I like it. 100 to 150 on eBay.
Really?
Yeah.
Guess where I'm going.
But the ones that I saw listed are not anywhere close to that. They're much higher than listed higher than that. So,
David Aja's badass.
That's what they're listed at. But honestly, anything, is it pronounced Aja or Aja?
It might be Aja. Probably.
I don't honestly know.
Yeah, it might be Aja. Chat, I know the chat is lively as hell. Thank you. We love you all. Hit us up. Let us know if it's Aja or Aja.
See. I had it in my radar, ready to add to cart. Somebody has more than 10 available. Pass.
Yeah.
Right?
Pass. Montana the rice. Stock them alone.
No, it's good, Mel, but it's not $150 worth.
Now somebody's got 10 of them.
Yeah,
right.
Once somebody has 10, I don't know. Stay away.
I will say that I'm sure. I mean, it's still a Marvel book, and it's from SDCC from 2015 or 16, so it's not new or anything like that. But the Aja or Aja variants are all doing pretty well.
Yeah, really well.
Like I would just pick up anything of of his right now.
See, and remember, folks, if I say no to a book, that means it's gonna increase in price. It's gonna blow the fuck up. So I would tell you to buy it, but I'm staying away from it. So that means it's gonna blow up. Have at it, guys.
I was wondering,
Watch what happens. Watch.
Yeah. Well, with this being a Comic-Con book, I'm seeing how they did the white overlay. Kind of reminds me of like those negative variants, even though he's got some of that other stuff in the background. That's what drew me. I'm looking at it. Use the white background for her hoodie and her face.
Yeah, it's dope.
Yeah,
I'm surprised. I'm seeing some of the comments are like they don't really like Aja.
Really? I love him. I think it's badass.
I love the cover.
Yeah,
me personally, but I'm not paid. I'm not. But
what part of it are you loving, Mel? Like, explain it to me, because I'm trying here, but to me,
so how it looks to me, it looks like she's like jumping. I could be totally wrong. She could be in between two cars, but what I'm seeing her jumping off a building and just ready to strike. And the colors and the movements just abstract to me.
The paint, it's like a paint like effect.
Right.
It's
it was very eye appealing to me.
Yeah,
because I've been drinking for about 20 minutes.
And Spider-Gwen, if you put Spider-Gwen, you draw her semi-decent. Her costume is like the perfect color combinations for a costume. Like those blues and pinks, or like hot pinks and purples, and fucking just killed it. Yeah, it works. It really works. All right, before we get into the Hot 10 this week, we want to remind everybody to check out 3 Comic Money. They're doing some pretty cool stuff over there. They do some fun stuff with a lot of creators out there, talk about their favorite comics within a certain category. This upcoming show, they are doing Possession with E.M. Gist, which is really cool. I like that. So make sure you guys keep an eye on 3 Comic Money on the Flipside channel. So
what does EM stand for?
Good. Maybe they ask him. Who knows? We'll see. We'll
find out.
We'll find out. Yeah. On to number 10 this week, and this is a pretty sweet Sabretooth Nintendo.
This is
8-bit.
cool.
Yeah.
This is cool.
Yeah, it's pretty dope.
Almost can see him breathing, you know?
I did not know about this book. Not at all. Wolverine number 8 variant. This is an older book. This is the Matthew Waite 1 in 30, right? This is a little older.
From 2013.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I did not know about this. This is the first time I am seeing this book. And I like the old red cover too.
What are they going for now?
A 9.8 just sold. I forgot to put the price. A 9.8 just sold for $550.
Really?
Yeah.
Ooh.
I know where to get one too.
Yeah. 9.8 sold $550.
Mel, you're like that guy that everybody has a friend that can get you any car part you need, but comic books.
Son,
I need a carburetor for a '92 Honda Civic, and you're like, I know a guy.
Mel's got a guy.
You should see when I was younger. I'm people who know people, man.
The weird thing is the 1 in 30. Isn't that kind of weird?
That ratio on there.
They did some weird ratios back then. They always had like a 1 in 15, 1 in 30, 1 in 50. It was kind of odd.
It is very, very odd.
Reminds me of Blanca from Street Fighter.
Yeah. 100%.
But this is like an homage to Legend of Zelda, right? Or Link.
With Ganon, right? The end when you die to Ganon or something. Is that what it is?
It reminded me of Ninja Gaiden, a guy there.
Yeah, Zelda homage, right? Yeah. There we go. It would be badass if it was Ninja Gaiden, man. That was a badass. We're gonna get down a rabbit hole, you guys.
Yeah.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. We got derailed earlier. This is what happened.
100 plus though. Wait, how much in 9.8?
You said 500 something like that, right?
550.
550. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm gonna see the guy that I know tomorrow.
Yeah.
There you go. JJ Maxwell said Legend of Zelda 2.
Legend of Zelda 2. Okay.
Can you get a box of steaks from your guy too while you're there picking up the comic, Mel?
I know a guy.
Toilet paper.
I know a guy.
On to number 9 this week. we've got what is this? Lore, the old lore of Yore, from Jeremy Bastain, both writer and artist. Looks. I've never even heard of this, Ben. What's up? Why is this on the?
Okay, so this is the same. It's the same writer as Mouse Guard.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. Peterson, right?
Yeah. I'm not really sure. This is apparently So there's a character that he created called Cursed Pirate Girl.
Yep.
And apparently this is actually the first appearance. Now I'm reading some of these comments from because Topher knows more about these bizarre things than I do.
Yes.
And he said, Lore's a cool book, but it was a Comic Express publication that was printed upon purchase, so who knows what is out there.
Ooh, that's nice.
So
But I love these.
I have no idea. I mean, there's only a few of them listed.
And they're like self-published, probably type deals, right?
I would assume, yeah.
And he also self-published Mouse Guard when he first put it out, right? There's that very first edition of that Mouse Guard that's self-published. So I wonder what town this guy is from. Is he a Michigan guy? Salem?
No, I'm just making it up. It's like,
yeah.
like some Salem shit. Some shit that was created in Salem.
Sounds right.
Or Detroit.
Detroit.
Yeah.
Well,
Deep down.
Well, shout out to Nico. He's 100% right. That Cursed Pirate Girl sale last week that was talked about on Monday night's show. That sold for a grip. So make sure you guys go check that out.
You know what's funny is I'm gonna have to find this book for Laura because she does this thing where she'll go and I'll go lore.
Well, the 9/8 that sold this week sold for $300-$350. Now they were SS books, but so it's not going to be cheap.
Yeah, I love it though.
I'll probably see this 1,000 times in the past.
I would have if I would have seen this, I would have bought it just because it just looks so different.
Ben, on the next show, I need you to put up like a Amazing Fantasies 15, so I could hear Mel go, "I know a guy," and after from the shelf. It was on the shelf in Midtown.
No, Spider-Man 1. This dude. It's a long story, but
see, look, here we go.
I know this story.
Yeah, I saw the John C. Long story short, you know how people say, "Oh, I got Spider-Man 1." Yeah, whatever the fuck. Yeah, whatever. I go to his crib. He had fucking Spider-Man 1. He had the Avengers number 1. I was like, "Oh shit!" I'm like, "What the fuck to do?" So I was, long story short, I wound up putting together a nice deal. Played middleman, sold it to John Z of Tales from the Flipside.
Not bad.
Nice.
When you find another one, holla at me.
Yeah, right.
What's the lifetime?
Let your guy know.
Once a guy just walks in off the street and says, "I got an amazing Spider-Man number 1." On to number 8. Love this cover. Love this character. Love the Star Wars hype. Love it all. Dr. Aphra, number 5, the Terry Dodson.Variant. Great cover this is one of the ones I do not own yet.
I remember somebody talking about this. I think it was Long Short was talking about the rings, or was it William? They were talking about some kind of rings or something that appears in this issue. Something. It went over my head. I was like hung over. I was like, oh. And then
who appeared in this issue?
It's some rings or some.
She's got them on her hands.
It's some, but it's like another color. But I know this is a variant for this. They'll say it in the chat, but it was talked about, and I totally passed it. I shouldn't have. I fucked up.
I think in general Dodson stuff is pretty good, and this just looks like what she should look like. I don't know why.
Yes,
I don't know
Ben,
why.
I was thinking the same thing. This is so much hotter. Like there's something about this version that just speaks to me. I don't know if it's the eyes or.
I was just about to say it's the eyes.
It's something about this cover works.
Yeah,
Dodson. Always been a good artist. Always. Yeah. And I think his wife inks or does colors for him, right?
Yeah, I don't know if she did on this one though, because I think it's only his signature on like she'll usually sign it too.
Bigger over the top of his.
You're right.
Sorry, Mary Jo.
Yeah. I don't know if a lot of collectors are sleeping on Aphra, but you're right. Great character. I think anybody that's planning on specking on Aphra is that boat sailed.
Yeah.
You gotta figure out different ways to do it. But man, I love this cover. Shout out to Ultra Maximus. Reminded me another really nice cover. That's a tough qualifier variant for Aphra books that I picked up a while back. So make sure you guys check out Drunken Chat for the spec deck fun.
He got some shit tonight though.
Ooh.
Mel, did they have this at Midtown?
Yeah, they were on. Yeah, they were there. I skipped it. I fucked up.
See, Midtown doesn't. They overcharge now, right? For their variants.
This is probably 30. I got to check. Like the 125 is now at 30, and then to hit your because it used to be like if you spend $100, you get $20 off. So any $100 book would be easily $80, but now you got to hit 160.
Ooh.
Yeah, and all the variants are high priced.
That sucks.
It's dark days.
Yeah, that does. I mean, this one's selling for 35 to 40. So yeah, so 30 might be too high of a buy-in, unless you think it's going to go higher. But that's a fine line.
Yeah.
You know what it is there's the Dr. Alpha run. There's too many variants that are good. So usually when you got a run that's got a lot of second print variants or ratio variant printings and stuff like that, I don't want to say it weakens the other ones because there's a lot in the run. You know, so with Aphra, there's a couple really good covers.
Sorry.
We're living that plug life.
Puppy.
Yeah. She found my last beer.
All right, on to number 7 this week. Wait, hold on. This sound 30, 35, 40?
35 to 40. Yeah.
Not bad. Okay, yeah. All right. Number 7 this week. The good old. This book is hot every 3 months.
Forget about getting one now.
Yeah, this finally paid off. Like, how long have people been waiting for this spec to pay off? A good 30 years, right? Like, I felt like Wizard back in the day had this as their like hot 5 after 5 or whatever, or hot 10 after 10 or whatever they used to call it for the old ones. This was on there every month, and for some reason this book was just doubling constantly in that magazine. And people have been specking on it for a while, and rumors, and we finally get Oscar Isaac as Mark Spector. Do we know what costume we're gonna get? Have they said? No rumors out there. Has anybody heard anything?
I mean, I was still hoping for Keanu Reeves until this morning. So,
Really?
He would have made a great fucking Moon Knight.
Yeah, he really would have. But he would have had to do the costume where he wears the suit, the white suit. Put some John Wick on
I think the white suit's a great costume to start out in. You know what I mean? Like, that's a great costume. And that Warren Ellis run is freaking great, man.
Yeah.
And this is one of the books Nico told me to buy when I had money. He was like, "Buy the book, but get it. Moon Knight will never come out." And now it's just gone. Sorry.
Yeah. I agree. Oscar Isaac is a great pick. I like it. I think he's really plays that creepy kind of role really good. And
what else is Oscar Isaac in?
Exactly.
He's Poe Dameron in Star Wars. He was Apocalypse in X-Men. He was he was in that movie Ex Machina. He was in that. He was in Inside Llewellyn Davis. He's been in a lot of good shit, man. A lot of good shit.
I didn't know he was Apocalypse.
Yeah, man. And he said that playing that Apocalypse role was hell because he had like 300 pounds of shit on him, you know. See
what I did just there? I absorbed the lesson.
Amen.
How did I know? Now I know. I took in the knowledge. I absorbed the lesson. Lesson learned. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right. His Apocalypse was condemning, and his Poe character in Star Wars Trilogy #3 was crap. Damn, hardcore, man. Jesus. But Ex Machina was dope. So Werewolf by Night 32, first appearance of Moon Knight, just going crazy. Everything else Moon Knight's probably short to start going crazy. Has anything else really kicked off, like in the secondary stuff, like that Moon Knight #1, the Sienkiewicz one?
The Moon Knight #1 is moving, and this one surprisingly is not like at all-time highs. I mean, all-time highs of this were like last year when it kind of it was like really buzzing, but it's getting it's close to the all-time highs again. It dropped back. It was the time when probably everybody should have been buying it. But
what is it hitting now?
Well, I just listed a 9.0s. A month ago, we're 2,100. Now they're 2,700. So it jumped $600 this week with the announcement. So that's about a 30% gain.
I think Nico was telling me to buy this book for 700 raw. It'll come down. I kiss this one goodbye.
Oh, Mel.
Yeah.
Hey, Laura's on this cover.
Yeah.
I was waiting for you to notice that, Ben. I'm like,
Laura.
there.
I noticed it.
Blonde hair, red dress. That's it.
I don't know which one's Anthony, but
I'm on the
Is he
street. I'm on
Werewolf?
street level. I'm the guy selling the hot dogs. I'm the hot dog vendor street level.
Street level.
How is tomorrow? What are you guys dressing as tomorrow?
Me?
Dude,
Well,
it's
Laura,
COVID, bro.
I'm going as a Mexican, not a Mexican.
All these great ideas we gave you for the past God knows how many weeks.
I'm Chewbacca
Why?
because that's what I wore on my girls' show the other night. I was Chewbacca, and everybody said I just looked like a beaver, which was not what I was going for. But yeah.
Speaking of that, who did you have on the other night there?
We had Steve Niles on the show. So if
Yeah.
you guys haven't already, check us out on Tuesdays at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Comic Book Women. It's myself and a couple other phenomenal women. And we just talk comics. We have a very interesting perspective. And we bring on creators. Like I just said, Steve Niles was on, which was fantastic. It's just a fun show. So
Yeah, and I really like how you guys are doing your review on Thor: God of Thunder. It's fun to hear you talk about it, you reading it and learning about it for the first time, and a fresh set of eyes on this thing. It was fun. So
it's a learning experience for me for sure. Yeah.
yeah.
Laura, did I tell you that I got to meet Jen last week?
She said you're very tall.
She said I was very tall. She said I was very tall.
Mhm.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you think I was
tall.
tall? I mean, I'm not Nico short or anything like that. But I think Brian's probably he's probably the tallest, right?
No,
I'm probably-
Brian's different. He's like 10 feet. That's different.
He came walking in
How
the
are you,
house.
Brian?
His hair was down. I was waiting for one of my kids to pop out and go, somebody let Hagrid in? The beard and the hair.
I'm probably about 6'1".
Oh, so you're about,
Hey,
so you're about the
6'2".
same height. That's about
Yeah.
what I am.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm like-
you guys are a bunch of tall people out here. I'm like
Sean
5 foot.
is what, like 6'4"? Like it?
Yeah, Sean's tall.
Yeah, I would be like a small point guard in the NBA, so I'm not tall at all.
Nico says I feel attacked.
Oh
Nico.
gosh, I forgot we're not allowed to attack little children. I forgot about that.
Shout out to Nico. If you guys haven't
out to
seen,
Nico.
listen, you guys, he did a kick-ass interview with the owner of Spawn World, the website Spawn World. Really informative interview. And if you guys haven't checked out Spawn World yet, you guys are going to geek out over this interview. But if you're a Spawn fan, definitely check out his most recent interview with, I forget the gentleman's name from Spawn World. Nico, put it in chat if you're still there, brother. So.
Nico got a chest like Benjamin Button.
JJ Maxwell says,
he's getting crushed. He's like, I'm out.
yeah. JJ Maxwell says Brian should spike his hair up. He'd be like 8 feet easy then. You know, I had a pink mohawk in high school.
Brian, I want to see a picture of that.
I want to see
I'll
it too.
find him.
my God.
I'll find him.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. So, but Moon Knight stuff is going crazy. I was
Anyway.
crazy. And I'm looking forward to see some of the secondary stuff on the Moon Knight, like that Sienkiewicz run go a little bit crazy on some of the books, maybe that didn't go nuts, and some of that newer stuff. And shout out to all the Stephen Platt fans out there that we mercilessly destroyed.
Yeah.
But number 6. And I'm all for this. I love Assassin's Creed. I love video game comics. You hit 2 of them right there, right off the bat.
Yep.
Assassin's
Creeds.
Yeah, Assassin's Creed. What is this? Like, is this like a promo comic?
Yeah, so apparently they gave these out when you pre-ordered the game back in 2007.
Yep.
So this was sent to you, or whatever. The stores gave it to you if you pre-ordered the game. So I'm sure that there's even the ones that are still around are probably not in the greatest of shape.
Well, they weren't bagged and boarded. They kind of had rolls on them from how they sat in the boxes. I love Assassin's Creed. I played every game beginning to end. Laura knows it. I made her play one with me all the way through.
Good for you, bro.
So do you have this book?
I don't, but I remember having it, which sucks. Because I did. She knows it. I pre-order this game every time it comes out, and I always get the big, exclusive pack with all the extras in it. And I remember this comic coming home, taking the game out of the bag, ripping through it, grabbing the comic, throwing it on the counter, and you can see the roll in it. And I'm like, whatever. And I'm sure Mom got a hold of it at some point, or one of the kids, or something happened to it.
I would like to find these probably wouldn't that be that bad to press. So white, maybe some of the blue would be tough, but yeah, there are probably not that many out there. You're probably going to find these in flea markets or something like that, garage sales.
Do you think this will be a cool show? I mean, rather than being a movie where it's actually just going to be a Netflix show?
I think it's way cooler as a show. You can get deeper into the character study and the history. And like Anthony said, that who's somebody who's played all those games, they
already have a following.
Yeah, that they get really historical, and I think that's cool. I think that's really cool.
It actually is really cool. All the girls out there listening, I admit, I did not want to play this. I'm like, no, I don't want to play Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, I made her play Assassin's Creed Black Flag beginning to end. And at the end, I'm not going to spoil it, but at the end, they do like the cinematic trailer. And you see the twist at the end, and she was like, no.
Yeah, I got into it.
Like a movie, invested. And I'm like, this is a video game.
Wasn't that one? They go back to like slave times, and you can come there and you can kill your oppressors?
That's the Black Flag has some of that, because they go and get some woman, and that guy, he frees the one of the slaves, and he ends up being like his first mate on a ship, and they give him shit because he's black. And But yeah, there's some of that in Black Flag.
I need that. I don't want to play that.
It's a good game.
My oppressors.
Well sold.
You know what? There's a mini game in there where you play as that character, and he goes and does a side quest where he's fucking up people that have people chained up downstairs type stuff.
Sold.
Go get you.
Oh, okay. But yeah, it was good graphics too, and so I think the show's gonna be badass. I'm actually excited about that.
The movie was very terrible, cool. So I'm looking forward to a show.
The show will be good.
Trent Claus
was the movie terrible?
Spawn
it was
World
real
bad. It wasn't bad. It was a good idea. It wasn't bad. It was a good idea. Fassbender's cool as shit in it. It just
Jake Gyllenhaal.
No, it was Fassbender.
They casted it. They casted it great. It was just the whole.
It didn't have enough time to create that. You care about it. It just
like put The Witcher in a movie. That'd be so hard to do.
Yeah. Yeah, it needed to be a show. Have they said who's going to play any of the characters, or they just say the show's been optioned?
I don't know.
I haven't heard. I didn't hear anything about an actor.
I'll volunteer to be the main character.
Right?
Yeah.
I'll be in it.
Well, $70 these are getting right now. You said raw?
Yeah, I didn't see any graded copies.
That's crazy. I love shit like this, man. Love it.
But it does have a poster though, so make sure that if you find it raw, make sure it still has the poster. You don't want it to be a First Poison Ivy or something like that where it's missing the poster.
Yeah. Before we go on to number 5, you guys check out comicbarricade.com. They've got their new Comic Barricade XLs, the regular Comic Barricade, and the Card Barricade, I think they're calling them. Anthony, I think you recently got some. What do you think?
Oh, I love these things. Yeah. My kids have heard so many choice words from me when they start sliding. Just
The struggle is real there. That's
struggle is
difficult.
real.
These
I,
stupid fucking books.
I received this for Comics Barricade like a test thing. Oh yeah, I'll use this once in a while. You have no idea how many times this thing has saved my books, and I'm not just talking just promotion shit. I'm talking about real shit. Like this shit works. You need these in your boxes if you don't want your books destroyed. I'm not just talking promotion shit. I'm talking real shit for real.
Hell yeah. So you guys, 10% off your order. Use the code Flipside at comicbarricade.com for 10% off your order. I need to get me some of those Comic Barricade XLs for my magazine boxes. So
it's money well spent. You're investing in your own investment.
But here's a warning. The warning label should be on this. When you hit the box out of the boxes, those shits will fuck your hand up.
Yeah.
So be gentle. Gotta do it gently. Don't go like that.
Yeah, they're made from a pretty strong, hefty material. That is for sure. So
I think they're made from PGX plastic.
Yeah, that's hit like a brick, man. On to number 5 this week, and what a gorgeous cover. Middleton. Like this book had 3 or 4 good things going for it, in my opinion, right? Like, I know everybody is talking about the first appearance of the Batwoman character. I really don't care about that. That's not going to go anywhere. I think that character is going to die out there. I hate to say it, man. I really do. I don't think the character is going to go anywhere. I think the show is probably terrible. Yeah, but the cover is freaking gorgeous. The Joker War stuff is cool, and it's a final issue, double-sized. Man, what a great Middleton cover. I think that must be that's probably my top 5 Middleton covers of all time.
Beautiful.
Are those Ninja Turtles at the bottom? What is the fox?
That's the shark guy, shark head, and the fox.
I thought it was like the what was it? Cha-Cha from Umbrella Academy. Whatever their names are. Because then they have didn't they wear like weird hats or something like that?
I don't know why it reminded me of a movie, and I can't think of the damn cover now.
Was this a tie-in at all to the Killing Joke? Am I wrong in that? Did I hear that?
I don't know. I didn't see this book, so
okay.
I've not read it.
It looks like a cereal box.
Yeah, I was about to say, Doc J, man, holy shit! You just made me rethink this whole cover. Damn you!
Ruined it.
Damn you!
Yo, big shout out to Doc J. Gave him up 4 weeks worth of fucking wine here. I'm loving him right now. That's
hell yeah.
Oh, and shout out to Aaron Yee. Aaron Yee does not sleep. You think he's a robot. Watch him.
I did. I saw him. I did. I said, shout out to Aaron Yee. I saw him on the Crusader Comics VirtueCon on Drunken Chat, second half.
He stayed up with us in Drunken Chat, and then he was up with Lucas like 8, 10 in the morning. He's a robot. He's not human.
Nah, he messaged me the next day. He was like, I was on Drunken Chat, and I was like, yeah, it's a cool. Did you have fun? He's like, I was on there for like 3 hours. Yeah. I was like, yeah. You need to bring like a fresh pair of underwear, a water bottle.
You gotta hydrate.
They go hard in the paint.
Robots don't wear underwear.
That's great.
The Joker face is kind of creepy, man. That shit's kind of creepy. And what is that character with that looks like an alien?
I was thinking like Martian Manhunter, but it looks female to me.
And Batman in the background looks badass too. So, anyways, great cover. Batgirl number 50.
It's a raisin.
It's a raisin.
Yeah.
Did anybody pick this up this week?
No, I didn't. I didn't see. No, they were on the shelf, and then I had somebody else pick it up for me. Because I forgot all about it when I was at the shop. So I was like, oh, okay, you go back and get me one. So
I feel terrible, man. The only place I'm getting my comics right now is from the pull box. I need to get back out there.
It's the Oracle.
Brian, I got you, man.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I need to get back out there. All right.
Hold it. The Oracle is now an alien?
Oracle is an alien. Oh, that's
is that is that kind of like Jarvis, like the digital version of her?
Damn it, Doc J did it again. Ruined this cover again.
I remember Mac Knight.
The crescent moon face.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Jesus, man.
It's Mac 9.
What is this thing selling for raw?
I think like 25 to 30. It's a
Ooh.
$6 cover price, and it's just the A cover. So I mean, there is a variant. There's a B cover to this. I think it's Dodson too, right?
Let me take a look real quick.
Midtown, I heard Midtown's canceling a lot of orders. Midtown's not being very nice to people.
Nightwing looks confused, said JJ.
It
He
is.
totally does. It's like, huh?
It is a Dodson cover, and it is not very. I mean, it's okay.
Who's the
Nowhere
new
near
Batman actor?
this.
Yeah, Nightwing look like
That's the
Nightwing-
Robert Pattinson right there, Nightwing.
Nightwing looks like one of them kids from 13 Reasons Why.
No, that's Robert Pattinson as Nightwing instead of Batman.
No, he's better than that. Robert Pattinson's pretty.
Speaking of Nightwing, have you guys peeped the Red Hood season 3 Titans stuff? You guys seen the new Red Hood costume and all that stuff?
Mm-hmm.
It looks really badass, and Titans is going to HBO Max, so that's really cool.
How
Are they
is
going
that?
to be streaming from the DC app?
Titans is by far the best comic adaptation to a TV show,
Really?
other than The Boys, and that's it. That's all I can think of. Like,
I love it.
it's probably tied with The Boys. It's so good. It's dark, it's super adult. I was really blown away. Like, I'll admit it, I did not like the casting of Starfire or
Yeah, me neither.
Starfire.
Yeah.
At first, once I started watching it, that chick killed it. She was one of the best parts of the movie. She was awesome. The dude they got playing Dick Grayson is badass. It is really fucking good.
You know
really
what it was?
good.
The chemistry. The chemistry was off between them in season 1, and you
Yes.
didn't buy it, and you're like, nah, they're supposed to be like,
Yeah.
they're supposed to get carried away, and I wasn't digging it at first, but yeah, she grew on me.
Yeah,
remember,
she did.
NYCC had these like little throwing stars for Batman. Well, I remember those shits. I was selling them shit for like $60.
Wow. Wow. All right. On to number 4 this week. And this cover, man, this cover reminds me, shout out to Matt Roybal over the Global Comic Safari crew. He's got some cool stuff dropping shortly. They got a crossover going with the Dark Side crew. But this cover, Department of Truth, reminds me of a cover that Matt Roybal gave me that is displayed in every Bogcast episode. This is some gruesome shit right here, man. Department of Truth, number 2, James Tynion.
We spoke about this in Drunken Chat. Says no fucking way this shit goes to print.
1 in 25.
Shout out to Gary Nelson, Comic Perspective, for putting me on this shit. I'm laughing. How you think this shit's gonna get made? You're out of your fucking mind. It got made. And this is fucked up. I showed it to my
I
wife.
had a hard time looking at this cover the first time I saw it.
My wife got pissed at me for showing her this. She's like, don't show me this shit no more. So, what the fuck is this? Why would you buy this?
It's creepy as hell, man. It is creepy.
This
This
is bizarre. Like, I can't believe it got public. I mean, I can't believe it actually got public.
I cannot at all.
Yeah,
This one
it
was
would have
like-
been better if there was like a bottle of barbecue sauce or something to put a spin on it.
Okay, no.
There's some ketchup.
What is wrong with you?
I'm just saying.
No, we've done some covers and the rules are so strict. So it's like Ben was saying, like, how did this get through?
Well, it's a page of reused art. That's interesting. There you go.
It's fucked up. It's a fucked up color.
It don't matter where it came from. I mean, it's just the fact that they put it on a cover. I mean, it's
how
just,
about that approved?
Yeah, it's that appetizing.
How much are they selling for? Double ratio, you said?
yes,
$50?
about $50.
They were going for over 100.
Yeah.
Pre-sales.
Yeah, and then the undercutters came, and because there's store variants of this, and it made them a lot more attainable. But it's still a cover that I want. It's a cover that I'm going to get graded, but it's fucked up. Yes.
Yeah,
100%.
I agree with you, Dwayne.
And this is a page from the interior.
Beatles, Steve Cunningham. Shout out to Steve Cunningham, bringing up the famous Beatles cover that was pulled back because they were basically doing the same thing. They weren't eating it or anything, but they were like pulling it apart. It was weird. It's really creepy. Yeah, it's a original Beatles cover for, was it Meet the Beatles or the White Album? No, it wasn't the White Album. It might have been Meet the Beatles.
I don't want to get political on this show, but if you read the book, it goes down a lot of fucking rabbit holes. Let's just say that.
Yeah, I bet.
Shit, I feel like I gotta read it now.
What is the book actually about?
Conspiracy theories.
It's just all about conspiracy theories? So what's the deal with the X's over the eyes, like on all those covers?
I didn't get that far. I didn't like the art.
But I'm like some Alex Jones Bohemian Grove shit right here, man.
I'm gonna reread it because the premise sounds interesting.
Well,
so I'm gonna give it another. Like I did Strange Academy, I'm gonna give this another shot. And
James Tynion is a lot of people are talking James Tynion right now, so it must be a reason.
Yeah, JJ Maxwell said, "What do you guys think the witch was going to do to Hansel and Gretel?" Yeah, but they didn't put it. She didn't catch them, and she didn't put it on a cover of a book. This is crazy. That kid is eating. He's pretty much dinner.
It's just the shock value.
Mm-hmm.
Get people to turn and buy it, which I mean, I don't know. It's not my cup of tea.
No, I'm right there with you. On to number 3. All right, number 3 is like. This book has been the talk of the week, in my opinion. The Last Ronin. Everybody's been talking about the comma and whether or not they're going to string this out, or do we truly know who the Ronin is? Yeah.
Commas are key.
Yes.
That is the name of tonight's Drunken Chat. Commas are key.
Does it really matter which one is the last one?
I know who it is, but I'm not going to say.
I mean, like me, if I'm writing the story, I would write the story and never tell who it is.
I think that's what they're going to do.
I agree. Yeah, they got to string that out, man. They're
just
gonna
never tell it, because it doesn't. Does it really matter?
No.
I think in issue 1 though, I've seen some stuff leaked out, like page stuff, and I'm not going to say anything past that. But the word bubble specifies who.
The comma's there, brother.
The comma. It's a comma and a question mark. Reread it.
It says something comma Michael or Mikey or Michelangelo. Like who were you talking to, Michelangelo? Not who were you talking to, Michelangelo?
Question mark at the end though.
Yeah.
Yes, there is. There is a question mark. Like, who were you talking to? Michelangelo? Like he was talking when he was asleep, or when he wasn't woken up yet, he was talking in his dreams. She was like, who were you talking to? Michelangelo? Like maybe he was talking in his dreams.
Yep.
I totally read that wrong then.
Yeah. We all did.
A lot of people did, yeah.
But it's and then some people say, oh, it's just grammatical errors. Like why would he go out the way to put a comma there?
And a question mark.
He can't sit there and do this. He could have just left it. If it was Michelangelo, he had to put no fucking comma there. Why put no comma there?
Yeah, so basically, instead of being who are you talking to, Michelangelo, it's who are you talking to, Michelangelo?
Right.
You know, like
commas are key.
See, grammar matters.
Like I should be a teacher. Jesus.
I just really hope that
maybe there's this turtle and Michelangelo.
But it's gotten so people are talking about this so much that they've gotten to grammatical wars, saying why the comma is right. And I'm like, listen, man, it's a motherfucking comma there. He ain't Michelangelo, goddamn.
Ronin, I don't think is plural. Ronin is a solo samurai. It's a samurai that doesn't have a family, right? Or he doesn't have a. What do they call those? Like a person that pays for him, or a benefactor, or whatever.
So a Ronin is a honor guard member from a family. Think like a warlording family where they have their regions. And when you allow your guy to die and you have no master anymore, you become a Ronin. You're an outcast.
Ah, that's dope. So when you were a samurai and when your guy dies, your head guy that you're working for dies, now you're a wandering Ronin.
And you're only a Ronin when he dies on your watch. That's the thing. If he dies of old age, you did your job.
That's dope. That's cool.
Shout out to Styles Morales. You said the turtle in the Christmas special. That's not Mikey in Michelangelo's Christmas special. That's Raphael in that story, in that future story.
Yeah. And keep your eyes on issue 113, ladies and gentlemen. On to the next one. No, I'm just joking. What was this one going for?
Well, I mean, it's got a $9 cover price, but I mean, every store that I went to over the past couple of days they were selling them for $20 in store. So yeah. So I was like, you know what? I know people think I'm
shit.
I know they think I'm a I don't know, a cynic, and I probably am. But in general, storyline specific books anymore don't really hold their value. They're not like keys. They probably could be, but they just aren't. They don't. I mean, even you look at some of the great storylines over the past 20 years. Yeah, they're worth a little bit more, but they're not worth a great amount. It's not a huge thing. It's not like a first appearance. So I would tend to stay away from this as far as buying it now. But you know, it is what it is. I mean, people are paying $25.
I don't think this is the one to get in this run. I think there's going to be some other stuff that you're going to want from this run.
Here's another clue. They're stringing this out like every 2 months, so you're not going to get another issue till like December.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously been pushed back several times, you know, till now. To me, I haven't even read. I didn't buy it, so I haven't read it. But I really hope that they just go like Inception and just leave Inception, No Country for Old Men. Like those were masterpieces because it was ambiguous as to what actually happened at the end. And if they come out and actually say which one of it is, I think it loses some of the, you know, mystique. Some of the mystique to it. I think it's just one of those things like, hey, it doesn't really matter which one of us is still alive. Whoever it is going to carry it on. So,
but all their personalities are so different, and they're going to have some. And I mean, just in how they talk, I'm guessing there's going to be some give somewhere.
I mean,
we'll see.
The Turtle of Soul Soldier Brothers is fucked up. I don't think anybody's going to have any kind of emotion to what they once were. All your brothers like died of some violent shit. We don't know what happened to the last one, but personally, like his personality would change. It would never be the same Turtle. Like, unless it was Raph. Raph just doesn't give a fuck. Donatello was like the ultimate nerd. He would just be fucked up by it. He would just go crazy. You know, we don't know. This is what makes it good. And then
Leo would die first too. Yeah.
That's a whole nother show right there. Which turtle you think goes first? My vote's on Donatello.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, I didn't like him.
He already almost died a few times, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. He got his fucking brains bashed in.
On to number 2 this week. Number 2 is a sweet cover, man. I love this cover. Oh yeah, like wow, that's gorgeous. Dark Knights, Death Metal, Rise of the New God, number 1, the Bosslogic 1 in 25 variant. Why did I not buy this?
Because Midtown charges $75 for it.
Ooh.
Yeah. Eat a dick.
2020, man. These stores, these brick and mortars charge in eBay rates in the store. I don't get it. That's not right.
They gotta stay open too. I don't blame them for charging, but I'm not buying it. Somebody will, but it won't be me.
I'll buy it once the hater wave comes.
Hey, think about the thing about Midtown though is, I mean, they can do it now because they'll just leave the price there, and then 3 years from now they'll put it at 50% off and still make more than what they would sell for it now. So they don't care. They run through so many. They've got the cash flow to be able to just sit on these variants for years without selling them. They don't really care.
If you see that they still got stacks of like Spawn, that Gunslinger Spawn, they were charging $25 out the gate. There's still stacks sitting there. Oh, well.
Then bother me. I mean, but yeah, this cover's awesome. I don't even know what the story's about, but the cover is awesome. The colors are gorgeous.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Almighty, you are absolutely correct. Yeah, we said this months ago when it first happened, and we knew it was going to happen. But that's another story. We'll talk about that on chat.
Oh wow, yeah, that's another show.
We'll talk about that on chat. It ain't no secret. I've been saying that for months now.
It's a good cover, but not for that amount, in my opinion.
Not 75. I mean, what is it? I'd pay 40 for it.
See, I was thinking
You did?
35.
No, I would. I would pay 40.
Oh, you would.
I'm
cheap. I'm cheap. I won't pay anything for anything. So
yeah, we saw from what you pulled before we went live.
Yeah. Hey, let me just tell you. Hey, that same place had ASM 4, the first Silk, for $50, and I left it. So that's how cheap I am.
I will give you $50 right now.
I'm probably gonna go back and get it, but that's me. I am so cheap. I won't spend money on. I just.
So when you find stuff like that and you don't buy it, would you just text us?
So we can.
I can. Hey, honestly, I'd probably just. I got too many.
I'll tell you right now.
I got too many books. I gotta move these things. So
if you come across the Moon Girl 1, Von Eden, let me know.
I've only found that book once, Mel. Once, and it had a real bad color rub on the back.
Yeah, they all do.
But that's the only one that I ever found of that one.
I'll give a shout out later on about a book that I was looking for that I finally.
Andy thinks it's ugly, and I don't think it's ugly, but it is very simple. Not a whole lot going on here. The red background's cool.
Bosslogic is a beast, by the way.
Yeah, he is.
I don't think it's ugly. I think it's kind of a haunting cover.
Brian, are you muted?
This isn't normal Bosslogic either.
No, he does like the realism stuff. Like I like the way he does turtles and.
Yeah.
So. I don't know. You make Batman look like that. I think it just I don't know. That's what it reminds me of. Do you remember the Batman Begins when like Scarecrow was like, made people and then like Batman showed up and he looked like frightening to people. Yeah. Like that's what I think that's what people would see Batman as if he was real.
Do you guys remember?
That's interesting.
I don't remember who the printer was. You remember that character, Mr. Teeth?
Mr. Teeth?
Oh man, I'll send it to you guys. Forget it. But yeah, this sort of reminds you, and then you're like, oh. Yeah.
No, Ben's right though. This is kind of how you would see Batman through the lens of a villain, right?
Or through
especially if you're on Scarecrow juice. This next book though is one of the few books that are my highest regrets of not picking up, and it is this gorgeous Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cover.
Oh.
Last Ronin #1, the Aaron Bartling variant out of 300. Gorgeous, man.
I never knew they were. I mean, I knew they were on sale, but I just like, I thought it looked great, but I have like the store variant policy for myself.
I know.
And I would have broke it then.
I wish I would have broke it. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if you remember back, when the Last Ronin was like announced or whatever, I mean, these pre-sold like way back in like the early summer. I mean, this
and then the first cover that we ever saw, I think, right?
Yeah, I mean, it was like, and everybody was like, I mean, it was expensive, but there was just not many people were actually pre-selling them, and then they just stopped because they weren't even sure when this book was actually going to come out. And now that it's live, live sales of $550 with book in hand. I mean, that's a lot.
What do you think the Momoko's going to do?
Did Momoko have? Does she have one for this?
Yeah. The badass. Doesn't she have the badass one that looks old school movie poster-ish?
No, that's not for Last Ronin. This is it's like a face of the turtle. Turtle had a blue bandana on, by the way, which kind of made me think about shit. But
see, and I was looking at these ones, and the far right one looks skinny. I'm thinking that's Donnie. In the middle, you got he's a little yoked in the chest. I thought that's Raph. And the other two are for debate.
They're just working their camera angles. I can do that shit. Look at skinny, not skinny, skinny, not skinny.
See, that doesn't work for me. It's not skinny, not skinny.
I'm in that boat as well.
No, we got that. Yeah.
Yeah, like DT said, this is the cover of the year.
The year?
I don't know. What about that boys cover with the cloud background?
Yeah.
Hey, do you think I think we should. I think because we are. I mean, we are coming up. Towards the end of the year or whatever. We should probably.
I've always wanted to do that, and I never got it done.
Hey, what's really funny is, and I'm going to tell myself, one, it's not this. If you can find this book, great. That's good for you. But last year I had the brilliant idea that I would do like a write up of like the top books of the last year or whatever. And got like information from a whole bunch of different people and stuff, and I compiled all the information, and I forgot to turn it into to Ben C to publish. Oops! And it was like it might have even been like over the last because it was the end of the decade. It was like the books of the decade, and I messed up.
Yeah, I remember when I was writing articles for Comic City, it was so hard to do books in a week, let alone a fucking year.
Did I do a recap back in January of the books of 2019?
I don't remember what I did.
I think I did because I actually I based it on like number of times that actually books made the list. Not necessarily that they were hot at the end of the year, but they were, if they like made the list like 5 times in the year or something like that, then they that's what it did. But
if that's the case, just Venom 3 third print. I think that was on the list like 3 times this year. Well, since I've been on the show.
Which, by the way, did you guys see how far that dropped? And 9.8 sold for like $400.
That's crazy.
That sucks.
Yeah,
that really sucks.
That hurts for the people that, if those were legit sales. Yes, that hurts for those people.
Yes, but that's for another show, ladies and gentlemen.
It definitely is. But yeah, this is a great book. And I also wanted to. I saw some comments on the list over at comicbookinvest.com that people were saying that why was that Luther Strode book not on the list? When I was writing this, because I am on the road, so when I was writing it, like it had been selling for like 25 to 30, and was really only selling for like 40 when I was writing the list. So it's more than that now, which whatever. I mean, but you can figure out why on your own why that book is selling for more than that. But that's why sometimes the list is published on Friday, but sometimes I have to actually do my research earlier in the week just because of my own life and time that I don't. So that's so for those that have had the question on the website, that's kind of why. Not
It'll be interesting to see what happens with that book over the next 7 days.
For sure.
The Luther Strode. Yeah.
So that cyberpunk, that shit is crazy.
The pink one, the pink variant. Yeah.
1,200 euro.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, but that was rare. That was like less than 50? Is that right? How many were there of that? Anyways, that'll probably be talk for next week. Ladies and gentlemen, check out comicbookinvest.com for all your comic and speculation news and needs. Like if you guys love Wizard like I do, comicbookinvest.com is the modern day Wizard. Great articles over there by some great people and some great information, including this Hot 10 list every Friday by the one and only Ben Stein. Also, you guys make sure you guys go check out birdcitycomics.com. Check out their amazing Batman Catwoman variant by Scott Williams and Jim Lee, and pick up an Infinity frame to go with it, and catch us on Drunken Chat Son following the show. Other than that, you guys good to go? Adios.
We got some news coming through. We'll be working with Bird City, and if you guys haven't got their exclusives, stay tuned for a special code word. Ooh. Can we do it tonight?
Look at you guys! Look at you guys working together right there in the middle of the screen.
It's like forming Voltron and shit.
Hell yeah!
I get to be the legs.
I want to be the dick.
That's why I wanted to be the legs, but I didn't say it.
Adios, everybody.